Hello everyone, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Mono Green Stompy in Zendikar Rising Standard. So, real quick, get the elephant out of the room. I was really sick over the last 9 to 10 days. I do want to thank everyone for the well wishes. I got a bunch of emails and some comments in my videos saying get well soon. I do appreciate it. For those that are curious, it is not the virus that cannot be named on YouTube. Although after 3 days of being really ill, I did go and get a test for that, and I did come up negative for it. It just turned out to be a regular old ordinary flu bug that just really wiped me out. Now, oddly enough, with all the precautions that we take as a family during these times, I am kind of curious as to where the heck that came from. Considering my wife works from home, I work from home, my kids are all doing virtual schools, so I very rarely leave the house unless it's in case of emergency. The only thing that I can think of is my son broke his foot a couple of weeks back, and we had to go to the doctor's office to have that looked at, and I'm pretty sure that's where we picked it up, which just goes to show that even while we're doing all the precautions that we are, you still can get sick during these times. But anyway, aside from that, so Standard's kind of an Omnath fest, and everyone's trying to find ways to break that deck, find ways to beat that deck. And what's oddly enough, it's been interesting, are the decks that can get underneath of it and hurt it quick and fast, and a lot of the aggro decks. So we're seeing a lot of rise of aggro decks to kind of get up to that level to try to beat that deck, at least until, I don't know, a month or so from now when Wizards finally recognizes, when Wizards sold enough packs to then decide, oh yeah, Omnath's kind of an issue, we should probably deal with that. So anyway, let's get into the deck. Mono Green Stompy, one of my easily my second favorite archetype in Magic. We got a bunch of cool cards that actually came in Zendikar Rising. Again, this is not going to be a Scoot Swarm deck. That deck is out there. I have that video. It's a ton of fun. It is kind of gimmicky, but this one's a little bit more interesting using some more stuff. So we're going to use 4 copies of Swarm Shambler. This is going to take the place of what used to be the old Pelt Collector. It's a 1/1 for 1 that as you spend mana and tap it, you can get creatures, get more counters on it. So it can get bigger over time. There's a trick, of course, you can declare it as a blocker and then do this and bump the counters up on it. So it's possible. It is a 1/1 that gets bigger over time, so I kind of like that, so it's going to work. 3 copies of Shadowspear. This is absolutely an amazing card. I'm really actually kind of surprised this one hasn't gotten on the radar of anyone for a banning. It's really good. +1/+1. Creature has lifelink and trample, which is amazing. And then permanent your controller has with hexproof, just instantly lose that. That's that one little spare thing that no one else seems to notice. 4 copies of Lotus Cobra because it is Lotus Cobra. Ram through, fantastic. A lot of the cards that we're going to have, oh, that's the other benefit. The Shadowspear gives trample. We have a lot of synergies with cards like Ram Through, for example, that if you have trample, that damage goes through over top of it, which is fantastic. It's a better fight spell, in my opinion. In my opinion, this card is going to replace, in all of my my Legacy decks, this card's going to replace Rapid Bite because it basically does the same thing. It's not actually necessarily a fight spell, it just does damage, and then if you have trample, the excess goes over top. It's a fantastic card. Love this card. Scavenging Ooze, because Scavenging Ooze is the thing, even if you can do it from your graveyard or your other graveyard, you're getting +1/+1 counters all over the place, and then there is some more synergy with all of these +1/+1 counters we'll talk about here shortly. Which is why Wildborn Preserver is in the deck as well. A lot of people forgot about this card. Flash, Reach, whenever non-human comes into play, you can pay X and put X +1/+1 counters on it. That's fantastic. It becomes really big, really fast. Here's where that synergy comes in with the Oran-Rief Ooze. There is a historic Ooze deck, by the way, that I really want to put together with all these Ooze, with Scavenging Ooze and Oran-Rief Ooze in play. It's a 2/2 for 3, and whenever it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature with a +1/+1 counter. As you can tell, this gets +1/+1 counters. Lotus Cobra, meh. Scavenging Ooze gets +1/+1 counters. Wildborn Preserver gets +1 counters. Yorvo gets more +1/+1 counters. And then you could toss +1/+1 counters on your Stonecoil Serpent gets +1 counters. My point being is you're going to have a lot of creatures with +1/+1 counters that is going to synergize with. So it's a fantastic card. It really is. The aforementioned Yorvo, of course, he starts off as, with 4 +1/+1 counters, and every time a green creature comes into play, which is pretty much all of them, he's going to get more. Gemrazer's there to be able to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Love that. That's for the I don't know. Mostly for it's that mostly kills. What am I thinking? The red sword. Why am I losing it? Embercleave. That one does a lot of damage for killing that, and other artifacts that are in play. Questing Beast, because Questing Beast simply is one of the better green creatures overall. It's fantastic. And then Stonecoil Serpent, I have been preaching the praises of since it was revealed, and I've been playing with it quite a bit, and a lot of people are getting onto this as well. There's an interesting synergy if you Gemrazer onto the Stonecoil Serpent. The +1/+1 counters that are on the Stonecoil Serpent go onto the Gemrazer, which is fantastic. And then we're going to run 2 copies of Primal Might, because why not? This is another fight spell, but you also get to put X into it and get +1/+1. Fantastic. We're going to go 24th, and then we're going to give Crawling Barrens a try. I thought with the +1/+1 counters, this would be a great synergy with the Ooze, because it is a land that has +1/+1 counters. If it's attacking, it's get more. I could see this being a fantastic little combo. So anyway, that's the deck. We're going to move on to some gameplay, but before we do, if you like the video and feel that I've earned it, by all means, hit the like, subscribe button. A lot of you have been doing that. I know it's been, my numbers have gone really high the last couple of weeks, so I want to personally thank each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all the support. I do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below how you built your Mono Green Stompy deck, by the way. And then, all right, let's move on. We've done all that YouTuber stuff. Thank everyone for doing that. Thank you so much. Let's go play some games. Can't believe I forgot Embercleave. That's so unprofessional. So unprofessional. I've been having some issues, by the way, with OBS. My son has been doing some streaming of Among Us with him and his buddies. So if there are some issues, let me know in the comments down below. I think I got my settings back to where it's supposed to be. No creatures. That is a little sad. This is just too slow. I like it, but it's just too slow. And that's even slower. Beautiful. I should have kept the first one. And we're playing mono red. This scares me quite a bit. So Stonecoil Serpent, I'm going to want to get to at least above 4. Yep. Oh, he took our score. He took our sword. We're gonna have to let that go. This is not gonna go well really early. I want to get it above 3 because he's most likely got Stomp on there with a giant. So I mean, I'm just gonna be feeding him something to kill if I do otherwise. Plus, it gives me the option of putting Gemrazer into play, which is really going to kind of swing the tide here. I just needed to survive a turn. Ooh. What did he steal? Did he steal the other Ooze? He's stealing all of our cool toys. I'm not happy about this. At least we can put him on pause. He's already at Embercleave mana at this juncture. In which case we've probably already lost. He did not go that route. Okay. Yeah, no, you can have that, my friend. Because we absolutely are going to Gemrazer. Let's kill one of those. And put Shadowspear into play. And hold. Because he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got enough there to kill it if he wants. He will not after that. Although, that being said, Shadowspear on Questing Beast is pretty darn funny. All of the Robbers of the Rich, I'm going to assume he's got Embercleave in hand. At this juncture, I'm going to assume an Embercleave. Yep. And there we go. Good game, my friend. Yeah, that was... It was kind of stinky. Like, we didn't get a good draw, and then the mulligan did not help us. Just way too slow, especially against that deck. Especially against that deck. That's the reason why that deck's getting so much play right now. I mean, Mono Red's always good. Mono Red's always going to be good. But it's definitely seeing a lot more play trying to get underneath those Omnath decks. All right, let's try it again. Give it another shot. Maybe we can get some of our cool toys instead of having Robert the Rich steal them from us. That'd be nice. Stonecoil. This one has more potential. I do like the Gemrazer Stonecoil Serpent combo. We should say hello. So there's a case to be made to put the 2/2 Stonecoil Serpent down, so on turn 3 you can put the Gemrazer down. This looks like it might be mono white life gain. So if that's the case, I think I absolutely will do that. Because it does say enchantment. And you, my good friend, are an enchantment. So we are absolutely going to put him over top. Destroy Life's Bounty. Swing in with a 6/6 Trampler. Yeah, that's going to get big, but if he keeps swinging with it, it's going to become problematic quick. This is going to be in my mono white life gain deck, I think. It's so powerful. Which you'll see later this week. Interesting. Still problematic. I'm really surprised at that. I don't know that I would have gone that route. Give me some blockers at least. If he'd have just stayed blocked, yeah, like, I don't understand that at all. I like this deck. I like what he's doing here. I might have to steal this. This is really good. I love the synergy with the +1/+1 counters. I love what's going on here. Where's that going to go? Probably on the flyer, would be my guess. I think I'm going to hold my mana, actually. What we needed was one of our fight spells there. Unfortunately, he's getting way too high. Or another creature. Another creature would have been fantastic. How does he get all 3 of these out into play right away? Yep. They are just building up. Ugh. Alright, we're going to say good game. We are just getting Magic the Gathering. We are getting mana flooded. That's all we're getting is mana. What we needed was at least one other creature. One other creature, we'd have landfall, we'd have put everything into the Wildborn Preserver. At least we'd have been able to hang in there, but ugh. Not an Omnath deck, so I can't complain. I am in Platinum ranks, and I am not playing Omnath, so there is something to be said there. I'm not going to argue with that. That's a really good deck. I really like that combo. I'm gonna have to go back into post and say, oh, I've got my pen right here. White, green, counters. Give that a shot. Yes, I keep notes while I do my videos, because every once in a while you see a deck, you're like, ooh, that's a really good idea. There's so many different ways I want to go with this. I think Lotus Cobra is probably the first thing we put down. Because it gives us extra mana for Wildborn Preserver. So tempting to put down 2 Lotus Cobras. They really get this built up, but I think we're getting greedy. So we're going to go Wildborn Preserver. and the other Lotus Cobra. So on our next turn, we can cast 3. Yeah, we need to start putting +1/+1 counters on. That's where the real synergy for this is going to come in. What is our friend doing over there? Destroyed one of the Lotus Cobras. Interesting. Well, no land drop, which is what we were really hoping for, but... that is going to get the Oran-Rief Ooze going on the next turn. Shadow Disguise, that's fine, because I was kind of wondering when we were going to start seeing that. And they're just going to feed our Scavenging Ooze. I still want to hold on to a couple of creatures now that I know that that's more of a blue-white control. Come on. What's he got? Shark Typhoon, you say? No, we're gonna go... As I say, he has no creatures. We're gonna go for ours since he wiped out so many of ours. It's fine by me. End of his turn, we'll start putting counters on. Destroy all non-giant creatures. Look at that. So we're gonna go and hold. How many board wipes does he have? Sure. The upside is we've still got Crawling Barrens sitting right there. Vanishing Light, you say? So now that's a creature he can't wipe, and I can continue to build up. And with the Reef, sure. Oh my goodness, every wipe that he can find. Every way to eliminate creatures he's got. Nope, that's fine. We will take that action for 3. Because he is going to ram through, or at least I can try to ram through his shark. What's he going to do? You don't usually carry combat tricks in this deck. And it's already on the stack. Oh my goodness. Well, I think we're just going to call that one good game. We got... Yeah, we got Azorius controlled to death right there. Good deck. Again, not an Omnath deck. I'm not necessarily arguing with that. I wish we'd have gotten through a little bit better. I wish we'd have got done a little bit better. The two board wipes back to back kind of hurt us. I'm gonna go with one more. Play one more. Like, it's getting kind of frustrating to not get a win. So like, I always like to try to finish off a deck with a good showing at least. And I can't really complain. Like, the Mono Red one, like, we had our chances with Mono Red. We just didn't get it up in there. And then, you know, Azorius Control is Azorius Control. I mean, it is still a thing. I love these new pets. Not that I'm ashamed of my owl, because I'm not. I'm going to hold. Are you coming in, my friend? Haha! And this gains me life. Are we going to get a revenge on Mono Red? That'd be lovely. Is he going to try to... Interesting. We're going to respond by removing his Robber the Rich. He's going to take that like a champ. Look at that. I'm going to bank on the fact that he's got Embercleave in hand. Robber the Rich, but he's not going to do anything with it. So if he's got... Like, I don't understand that. Like, why? Why? Because he's got a shot? Sure. You're gonna love this. We're gonna equip that onto our Scavenging Ooze. I'm gonna remove your Robber the Rich, gain some life. Gonna remove our Questing Beast, gain some life. So, putting it at 6 toughness gets it really difficult. I mean, yeah, you can come in. Yeah, that's not going to help you. Sure. So, we're going to ram through that thing because that's annoying. There we go. There we go. We will finish with a win. We got our revenge on Mono Red aggro. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below how you do your Mono Green Stompy deck in Zendikar Rising. And until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena.
This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.